So if you're living abroad, you know that feeling. That special kind of thrill you get when you book that flight back home. Let's follow our friend Ao. She just hit confirm purchase. And trust me, her trip has already started, way before she even thinks about packing.
First up, you get that instant rush, right? That pure, unfiltered excitement. Right now, Io's just daydreaming, imagining the sounds, the smells, that vibrant energy you just can't find anywhere else. It's his powerful pull back to your roots.
And then, right on the heels of that excitement, comes this huge wave of nostalgia. She's thinking about all those childhood memories, the inside jokes with her cousins, the faces of friends and family she hasn't seen in forever. It's a lot, a real emotional cocktail.
And let's be honest, we have to talk about the food. I mean, come on, that deep, soul-level craving for real, home-cooked meals, the kind you just can't replicate no matter how hard you try. For Io, this is a top priority, for sure.
But here's where things take a turn. The excitement, the nostalgia, that's all real and it's all great, but it's not a plan. If you want a trip home to actually be successful, to be restorative, you gotta move past the feelings. You need a strategy.
So you have to ask yourself, is this really just a trip? Is it just another vacation? And if you've ever done it, you know the answer. It's a hard no. It is so much more complicated than that.
The truth is, a visit home is a high-stakes operation. It's a major financial event. It's an emotional reset. It's this complex social negotiation. You're basically running a constant security exercise in the back of your mind. And your status, how people see you, it's totally different now. This is not a holiday. This is a mission.
Okay, so let's get into the actual strategy. We're going to start with the absolute foundation, protecting your peace of mind and, of course, your wallet. And that begins with two huge decisions, your security and where you're going to stay.
Before Io even thinks about what she's going to wear or where she's going to eat, she has to think about her security. Now, these questions aren't meant to scare you. They're to make you aware. The fun part of the trip can only happen when the safety part is completely locked down.
And this right here, this requires a total mental shift. Abroad, being visible, building your brand, that's currency. But back home, that same visibility can actually put you at risk. The trick is to be present but not predictable. Be connected, but don't overshare your every move.
Next up, where you stay can completely change the vibe of your trip. Staying with family? It's amazing for bonding, and it's cheaper. Yeah, but it can also mean less privacy and a lot more social obligations. On the other hand, a hotel or a rental gives you control, security, and a neutral space, but it's going to cost you more. Ao's choice here really depends on what she wants to get out of this visit.
All right, let's talk about the big one, money. This is the area where trips home can get super stressful if you don't walk in with a clear-headed plan for currency, for costs, and for that delicate dance of family contributions.
First things first, you have to know about the returnee tax. It's this unwritten rule. The second people see you as someone living abroad, a dollar person, the price for everything from stuff at the market to a simple taxi ride can just magically go up. It's not always meant to be malicious, but it's a reality you have to plan for.
And that brings us to this really crucial point. There's often this pressure, either from others or from yourself, to perform success. You feel like you have to be extra generous, pick up every single tab. But listen, true confidence doesn't need to be flashy. Your presence is the real gift. You don't have to go broke trying to prove your worth.
So what's the solution? You have to create a family financial plan before you travel. These are not easy conversations to have, I get it, but having them up front is so much better than making emotional, guilt-driven decisions in the middle of everything. Being clear is being kind.
Yeah, let that one sink in for a minute. Making money decisions based on guilt is the fastest way to build up resentment and just make things unstable. A clear, well-thought-out budget that you talk about openly, that's what actually protects your relationships in the long run. And look, on a really practical level, just be smart with your currency. Airport exchange rates are terrible, we all know this. Carrying around a big wad of cash is a security risk. A little planning here, like setting up a local mobile money app before you go, can save you so much money and so much stress. Okay, so we've covered security and money. Now let's talk about the internal journey. This part of the trip, it requires you to have a clear purpose, to be vigilant about your assets, and to have a whole lot of patience with yourself and with everyone else. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. Why are you really going home? Is it just to chill and see family? Or are there other goals, like scouting for property or networking? If you don't define your mission, you risk leaving feeling like you didn't really accomplish anything.
And listen, if you have any investments back home, land, a building project, whatever, this is non-negotiable. Photos and updates over WhatsApp, they're not enough. You need to be there. You need to put your own eyes on it. Ask for the paperwork and verify every single detail yourself.
It really all boils down to this. Distance just naturally increases risk. And while you might have the most trustworthy people working for you, nothing, and I mean nothing, replaces you checking on things yourself. It's not about a lack of trust. It's about being a responsible owner.
And finally, you have to be ready for the emotional roller coaster. It's totally possible to feel this deep, profound love for home and, in the very next breath, feel so frustrated by the chaos. You can feel like you belong, while at the exact same time realizing just how much you've changed. Both of these truths can exist at once, and that's okay.
So, how do we pull all of this together? Simple. By adopting a powerful, repeatable framework. The goal is to stop approaching these trips like a chaotic tourist and start acting like a strategic investor in your life, in your family, and in your future.
This right here, this is your blueprint for success. Number 1, before you even pack, write down 3 clear goals. 2, create separate budgets for fun, for family, and for your investments. 3, keep a low profile. 4, document everything. And 5, this is crucial. When you get back, debrief yourself. What did you accomplish? What are the next steps? This turns a simple visit into a productive mission.
Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. A trip home shouldn't leave you drained, financially and emotionally. With the right structure, the right mindset, like IO has now, each visit becomes a building block, making your connections and your future stronger. It should leave you feeling powerful and recharged, not stressed out and defeated. The only difference is having a plan,